Your thoracic spine is made up of approximately 12 vertebrae, and I say approximately because sometimes it differs a little bit from person to person. You do see some anatomical abnormalities or outliers out there, if you will. But generally we have about 12 thoracic vertebrae. And each of those thoracic vertebrae has rib attachments, okay? And then it houses and it holds your rib cage. So your ribs attach to your thoracic spine in the back, and then they come around, and then they attach to your sternum in the front, and then that makes up your rib cage, which cages your lungs, right? So we really need to keep our lungs safe to make sure that we can breathe and maintain our lives. So the lungs, very important. The rib cage, very important. The rib cage is housed by your thoracic spine. They're intimately, immediately related. So the reason that I'm saying and emphasizing all of that is because if your rib cage gets stiff, it immediately influences your thoracic spine. And so many people, you guys, are chasing thoracic mobility and doing thoracic mobility drills out the wazoo, getting nowhere, or hitting this plateau where it just does not get any better beyond a certain point, and they're threading the needle and they're doing all the thoracic rotations and foam roller extensions and everything, and struggling. And this is often a big missing piece. So your rib cage has to be able to move and expand in order for your thoracic spine that it attaches to be mobile. And that's very, 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 very important. So that's why the rib cage piece, the free the rib cage, decompress the spine piece is at the top. Airflow, which is taken care of by our lungs, us drawing air in and expanding ourselves, is actually how we decompress our spine. Helps us nourish and decompress our discs. It helps us literally get taller. So we literally, the better that we are at breathing, the more we maintain our height, for the same reason that when you see a power lifter that really struggles with creating intra-abdominal pressure, right? So the belts that they use is to kind of help with that process, but they take these big breaths and they wear these big belts, and they really emphasize that breath right before they squat. If they are not very good at that, you'll often see them come out shorter after a really heavy squat, or significantly more short than those who are able to breathe, decompress their spine better. So our breathing's how we decompress. And our rib cage, if our rib cage is stiff and we can't decompress our spine, our thoracic spine will be stiff. So if you're unsure where to start and you're just like, I know my thoracic spine is stiff, I don't know if it's my spine, I don't know if it's my rib cage, I don't know if it's both, why not start with the rib cage? Move that rock first, then it's out of the way, you don't have to worry about it. But also the nice thing with the rib cage stuff is that it's got so many benefits for your shoulders, for your neck, for your autonomic nervous system. It's very regulating. Everybody, it seems, is pushing the gas pedal in their sympathetic state all day long. It's good to have something in your daily life that helps to draw you out of that, not just for your rib cage, but for your whole system and your general health, physically and mentally. So for many different reasons, I would say if you don't know, try the thoracic spine, try the rib cage classes and start there and see how you do. If you're like, I know this is no issue for me, I'm a pro at this. I haven't seen many pros, I will say that, especially not pros that are stiff in their thoracic spine. There's almost always some degree of both going on, just to what degree and where we intervene to cause change can vary a little bit, but most people would benefit from breath work, most people would benefit from rib cage expansion, and most people are not perfect at those things, okay? So these classes, this first subset of classes are designed to help you improve rib cage expansion, improve your ability to decompress your spine, take the pressure off of your discs, take the pressure off of your low back, give your neck a really good foundation to exist on. So you're going to see some overlap here between the classes in this little free your rib section and also the classes that help with your neck, if you've done or looked at the neck navigation, and also the classes that help with your low back, if you've looked at the low back pelvis stuff. Like, these things are all intimately related, and that's also why there's not just one path, or why I'm not just putting these classes in the neck section or in the rib cage section, and I'm just kind of leaving the titles here for you guys so that you can go and do them as needed.